Hey guys, how are you doing today? Thank you so much for subscribing to my YouTube channel. Please, I did my very first vlog being in the shopping center and just going around businesses around Minnesota, trying to see what's going on here. And it's been interesting situations. And as I always say, never underestimate how wrong you can be, because it costs more than you think. When you see a shiny object, something you like, especially, just know that people are putting hours and effort to make sure things look good. The grass is always greener on the other side. And when you admire something, or it's a business, somebody's business that you admire, just know that they've done a lot of work. Just know that it involves a lot. It takes a lot to build a business. And that's why most of us, we take the comfort route and show up, get paid, and go home. So it's been interesting. So I met one guy, just random, asking people who are running businesses about what they do, about what it takes. Those are some of the good questions that I need to ask going around different places. And the results are out. It took a long time before he could talk about this, but he talked about it in the end. And at a glance, maybe also this was just surface, because we don't know each other. Maybe we met for the first time. But he was very categorical, like a serious person. When you meet the right person, just like when you're doing cold calling, if you to make a sale, you have to get to the right person. For the particular case, just looking at maybe the aspects of buying and selling businesses, if you're making cold calls, you have to get to the right person. And you have to get to the right person who makes decisions. You have to make to the person who is influential. You can get to the business, maybe get the receptionist on phone, but they are not the decision makers. They have to get you the right person, mostly the owner of the business. And in this particular case, we are looking for a motivated seller. And also now, after that, then we can figure out how to deal with the other thing. Of course, just dealing with people who specialized, maybe a specialized accounting firm, specialized legal commercial attorney, doing commercial deals. But man, it takes more than we think. It's always harder than we think. When you see people hyper sensationalize something that they don't even have information about, and that they make conclusions based on that, never underestimate how wrong you can be. So look here, guys. I met a guy who they did 4 deals that's worthy $200 million. They did 4 deals within 5 months that are $200 million worth deals. And so the question I asked them, what did it cost in terms of resources and time? What did you need? How did you make the cold calls? How do you cold call even in the first place? Cold calling is actually approaching people, calling people over something that you're pursuing and letting them know just like you do, people who do sales, for insurance sales, product sales, generally speaking. So, what is the process from cold calling? I do not want to know the process first. I wanted to know what it costs in terms of resources. Those are financial resources, time, especially financial resources and time. And of course, anything else that needs to be figured out. So, this is what this guy said. He made 3,000 cold calls. So 3,000 cold calls, that means how many calls did he make in a day? How many calls did he make in a day? A day from 3,000 cold calls. I think divided by 30. It's 100 cold calls. 100 calls, I said 30, so it means, I don't know if he's making calls all the week, all through the week. That's Monday to Monday. Maybe on Sunday, he may not even get people, but I don't know. He didn't specify. He said 3,000 cold calls. So cold calling is so difficult, because you're calling and the other person, now when you see a call in your phone from a number that you can imagine the reaction you give, the reaction you make. And then in this case, you're supposed to get a deal go through. That strange feeling you feel when you see somebody calling from an insurance company, calling from maybe a job. In the US, people are looking for people to work. They are always sending messages to strange numbers, and they don't even know these people. So you can see the reaction. Immediately, I receive a message from a strange number that I don't know. I delete the message and maybe send a message back to stop, like, you don't want this number to ever contact you again. This is the people that are supposed to give you business. 3,000 calls. And then he said, I don't know if he was exaggerating, but it's so funny. 10,000 emails from the $200 million deals. 10,000 emails. 10,000 emails. I haven't sent 10,000 emails since I opened my email address more than 20 years ago. Then he said 1,500 conversations. So 1,500 conversations, you see, like calling and then getting a contact, maybe getting a number, and then start conversations either through calling, writing messages, or Zoom meetings, conversations, 1,500 conversations. Then he said he did presentations to accounting firms. A presentation to an accounting firm is presenting a deal, because he told me that he was trying to get involved using an accounting firm to audit accounts on the businesses, the prospective businesses they want to buy from the motivated seller. 50 accounting firm presentations. He said that he did presentations to 50 accounting firms, even in a city. How many accounting firms do you have in a city? In one city? I don't know, I haven't checked yet, but they're not many. So that means this guy is going to other cities and approaching, even I think out of state. And then 25 law firm presentations. Now, looking for a law firm to represent you in the deal acquisition process, because they have to have agreements, contracts, and interpretations of clauses in that process. 25 law firm presentations. Then there's 50 site visits. 50 site visits. Some of the visits, he told me, some of the places they were chasing deals were out of state. So then, after the 50 site visits, they did 250 offers. 250 offers. That's crazy. 250 offers. You know, then how do you scrutinize which deal is appropriate for you, which is not making sense, you know? That's where now he was using specialized business acquisition accounting firms. I don't know if they are such, but it's scrutinizing the statements of account from these firms, and of course they have to be legit. Some people also masquerade and give wrong accounting statements of account. I don't know. Then after 250 offers, it's 100 negotiations, like active. Now after getting offers from 50, 100 negotiations. 100 negotiations. That takes a lot of time. How do you now, after getting the accounting firms and the legal law firms, you get to scrutinize the deal. How much is the income, cash flow, cost of business, and is it making sense? Profit and loss accounts. If there is enough cash flow to support debt, maybe they are borrowing, the accounting firm is supposed to justify if it's a borrowing, or they are buying in cash, or it's owner's finance, is seller's finance or something. So it's then 25 potential deals. I have a call, guys. I have to take a break here. I'll come back to finish on the video. Okay. Yes, guys. So 100 negotiations. That means it's 100 negotiations, active negotiations, looking at the books of account, looking at the business processes, looking at the systems, looking at the loans acquired by the business, the debt they're already maybe servicing, the cost of business and everything. 100 negotiations for all the business. 100 business negotiations. Crazy. Whatever that takes, you know, resources around confining the accounting firm, the legal firm, the leads, the broker, the agents, and all that. Then 25 potential deals. After 100 negotiations, then you have now, they narrow down to 25 potential deals. Like 25 actively. Do you remember? He's trying to get one deal. 25 potential deals. Scrutinizing the 25 businesses. Looking at the processes also, again, the margin, profit and loss. Looking at the leads and everything. 25 of them. And then he also said, just at a glance, also said 4,500 driven miles. For the deals, 4,000 driven miles. $200 million deals. So, man, yes. I do not know, this was just mentioned, and he did yes, that's what it is. And it has to take a lot than you think. It's more than you think. It's more difficult than you think. And it's costing more than you think. So, guys, yeah, thank you so much for joining me. And that's what the cost of business, that's the cost of the deals, you know. that's what it takes. So at times you don't know what it takes, and at times when you're shown such, you say, okay, maybe this is not for me, this is for me. I'll try this. You decide for yourself. Thank you so much, and guys, I'll see you next time. Bye bye. Bye bye.